So far I have about, I'd say just 8 hours into this at the most, maybe 6. Just been adding our pieces in that had been cut out before, got our welds in. Obviously we're going to do some major grinding because the previous owner cut some of this and they cut it too short. So we had to add in our own man-made pieces here. Got our rocker in, welded in. So now we're going to start working this piece in. Obviously it's factory punched, but we've got to make it fit this application. So we're going to be cutting it down, lining it up, getting it welded in. We got a bunch of small parts here that they cut out that we need to strap in and weld that in to tie everything back together. On this side also, exact same thing. And then inside we got a bunch of holes to fill in here, over there in that corner. We just got to get everything tied back in complete, and then we're kind of done with the fabrication side, and then we're going to start doing the body work. Got all the welding done, so we're going to do the epoxy primer. So this is our epoxy primer booth and bodywork booth. So once we get the epoxy primer on, then we can start to do our actual body fill, get all of our welds covered. We're going to have to skim some of these high grind areas that the previous owner did. So all these have to be skimmed out a little bit. And we're gonna fill some of these little divots.
So doing the primer before we do that just allows us to see what we're working on better?
It's sealing the metal.
Okay.
The body fillers is going to bond to the epoxy primer better than just the metal. So that's it.
What you got?
You know what, I've done it this way before, where the car sat for a minute and we had to take all the surface rust off. Obviously we've got to chemical wipe this down one more time, but Mark's right. I mean, our objective is to keep this car on the road for another 40, 50 years. And running that epoxy primer everywhere in every crack is going to protect it and keep it from rusting down the road. So whoever owns this car is going to know that every crack, every seam, everywhere we can get epoxy primer in, it's going to have it. So I agree with this one.